Hello, and welcome to the SMPS Marketing Communications Awards Orientation. My name is Anita L. Smith, and I serve as the Manager of Recognition and Advancement for SMPS HQ. I'm here to help guide you through the MCA submission process so you can navigate the system with confidence and submit the strongest entry possible. Since this is a pre-recorded presentation, feel free to send any questions about the MCA program or the submission process at your earliest convenience. Instructions for how to reach us are available at the end of this recording and on the MCA entry portal. Please also note that today's video will remain available on the MCA entry portal for you to visit at any time. Now let's get started. Before we dive in, here's a quick look at what we'll be covering in this session. We'll start with the benefits of entering the MCA program, followed by some important dates for you to keep in mind. From there, we'll walk through the eligibility requirements and entry fees, and then talk about how to select the right category for your submission. Next, we'll cover what you'll need to know to prepare a strong entry, including the judging criteria and how the evaluation process works. We'll also showcase or share tips on some samples that effectively help you stand out above the rest. And finally, we'll wrap up with information on how to reach us if you have questions after watching this recording. For those of you who are new to the program, the Marketing Communications Awards, also known as the MCAs, offer a range of valuable benefits for entrants. Participating in the competition can increase your firm's visibility, generate positive media attention, and elevate your brand within the AEC industry. Recognized by HubSpot as one of the top international marketing award programs worth entering, the MCA competition provides a unique platform for firms to showcase their most effective and innovative marketing practices. Beyond the opportunity for recognition, the MCAs play an important role in educating the AEC community about the strategic value of marketing and how it drives business success. We are proud to celebrate the 49th year of the MCA program, nearly 5 decades of honoring outstanding marketing achievement across our industries. Another important long-term benefit of participating in the MCA program is validation and benchmarking. Preparing and submitting an entry gives your marketing team the opportunity to demonstrate both internally and externally the value and impact of their work. The process itself encourages teams to reflect on their strategies and document their outcomes and benchmark their efforts against industry standards. The MCA criteria provides a structured framework that can be applied not only to award entries, but also to the internal marketing initiatives and project evaluations. Many entrants tell us that the entry form questionnaire becomes a valuable tool well beyond the MCA submission. It serves as a practical resource for marketing planning, helping teams assess goals, refine messaging, and better measure results throughout the year. Now, let's review some key dates to keep in mind for this year's MCA program. The entry period opens December 15th, 2025 and closes on March 27th, 2026. So make sure you plan your submissions accordingly. If you submit your entry early, you can take advantage of the early entry rate, which ends on February 16th, 2026. Once entries close, the judging period begins on April 8th and extends through April 25th, during which our panel of industry experts will carefully evaluate each submission based on the established criteria. Following the judging process, finalists will be announced on June 1st, 2026. The program culminates with the award ceremony, which takes place July 27th through 29th, 2026 at Amplify AEC in Las Vegas, Nevada, where winners will be recognized and celebrated for their outstanding marketing achievements. Keeping these dates in mind will help you plan your entry efficiently and ensure that you don't miss any important deadlines. Now let's talk about eligibility. The MCA program is open to firms of all sizes, both members and non-members. Entries should reflect work that was completed between January 2024 and January 2026. It's important to note that the program recognizes work that was produced by or on behalf of your firm. So collaboration with outside partners are eligible just as long as your firm played a primary role in the project. Additionally, each entry must align with the specific category requirements. Some categories focus on traditional marketing tactics, while others highlight digital campaigns, branding initiatives, or integrated strategies. Reviewing these category definitions carefully will help ensure your submission is eligible and positioned for the strongest evaluation. Meeting these eligibility criteria is the first step towards submitting a successful MCA entry and having your work recognized at the society level. Now let's take a look at the entry rates. You'll be pleased to know that the rates remain the same for 2026, so there is no increase. With that being said, we always encourage teams to submit early to take advantage of the early discount entry rate, which is February 16th, 2026, and this gives you plenty of time to prepare a strong entry. Planning ahead not only helps you save on fees, but also ensures your team has the bandwidth to showcase your work in the best possible way. In addition to the early entry rate, S&PS offers discounts for small firms, first-timers, multiple entries, and minority businesses. The small firm entry rate is $100 off the regular entry rate. Firms that are certified by the Small Business Administration qualify for the discounted small firm entry rate. And if you'd like more information about SBA certification, you can just simply visit the website, the SBA website. Agencies or consultants submitting work on behalf of their clients must calculate the entry rate based on the client's firm size and not the size of the agency or consultant firm. For firms that have never entered the S&PS MCA program, we're offering a 10% discount on the entry fees. If you're not sure if your firm has entered before, you can always contact us at awards@smps.org. You must specify this certification on the entry form in order to receive the discount. If you are entering multiple entries, you receive $75 off each additional entry. And the discount offer for minority businesses is 10% off the regular entry rate. This also applies to state certified firms. And again, you must specify this certification on the entry form to receive the discount. And if you don't qualify for any of these discounts, you can always enter by February 16th to receive the early entry rate, which is $75 off the regular entry rate. We have a wide range of categories designed to recognize excellence across all areas of marketing. Over the years, we've seen certain categories attract a large number of entries, like the holiday category, the corporate identity category, video, website, and special events category, which consistently receives the most submissions, reflecting trends and focusing on areas in the AEC marketing community. On the other hand, some categories tend to receive fewer entries, such as crisis management and communications, brochure, advertising, and trade show marketing. These categories can present a unique opportunity for your firm to stand out, since there's less competition and judges are often looking for exemplary work that sets a high bar. Reviewing the full list of categories carefully will help you select the one that best aligns with your project and gives your entry the strongest chance for recognition. Now, we will go through the entry form step by step as an entrant, and you will prepare your entry completely online. You'll log in with your email address and password for the entry portal. Your password may not be the same as your smps.org login. For the awards portal, it is a unique password associated with your email address only, and you'll need to click Enter Now to access the entry form. In this section, please be sure to complete all of your contact information. If you need additional team members to access your entry, you can open up the Manage Collaborators window, and this will open up a panel where you can add a new collaborator by clicking on Add Collaborator. You'll then enter your team member's name and email address in the fields that are provided, and you'll click to send the invitation. The team member will receive an email which will allow them access to the entry, and they will be able to view and edit the entry details. It's important to note that only the primary entrant has the ability to pay for and submit the entry. Additional collaborators can assist with the review and editing, but they cannot finalize or submit on behalf of the primary entrant. However, you may update permissions or remove a team member at any time from the same window. Be sure to include any additional information by listing any team members that assisted you with the entry in this section. As indicated in the portal, individual names are not listed, only the firm names. This is also where you will need to mention if you are a first-timer or minority business or state certified to obtain any discounts that you are entitled to. In section 2 of the entry form, be sure to title your project and follow the instructions as indicated on the form. You'll select your category here as well. Be sure to select a category that you believe you will be most successful in and list the format, whether print, digital, or mixed. Here, you'll upload any PDF documentation and 3 images for your entry. Additional URLs can be added if needed, and you may also combine results or visuals on a PDF and upload that as a sample. In the entry form questionnaire, you want to read thoroughly the full submittal requirements. Answer all 6 questions on the entry form. Include all information that is requested, and pay attention to the word count for each response. Now, if a question doesn't seem to apply, don't skip it. You want to provide a concise statement that shows you've read the prompt and considered its intent rather than ignoring it. Sometimes your campaign may only partially meet a requirement, but you want to be honest. Outline what you did achieve, what was outside the scope, and what lessons you learned. In this case, transparency shows maturity and strategic thinking, and judges value honesty and insight just as much as they do results. A helpful tactic is to reframe questions. If the entry or the application asks about a step you didn't take, think creatively about equivalent actions you did take that meet the same intent. For example, if you're asked about a market segmentation and you didn't conduct surveys, you can discuss how you analyze CRM data to identify high-value audiences. You're showing you understand the purpose of the question and you responded thoughtfully. If you need to, include instructions on how to view or access entries such as password-protected websites or video submissions. The following 6 questions are to be answered on the entry form. The word count limit is next to each question. You will be judged on your responses, and all the information you need to answer these questions is on the submittal requirement webpage. When judges are reviewing dozens of submissions, clarity becomes your greatest ally. And bullets let you do exactly that. They help your story land quickly. Remember, however, bullets don't replace storytelling, but they do support it. So you'll still need a narrative, a beginning, a challenge, a strategy, and a result. But bullets help you pull out the highlights, emphasize what matters most, and make your narrative skimmable, as well as help judges to retain the information. In the notes field at the very end of section 2 is for you to list additional information if needed. This section is not judged, but it is helpful to address something you feel is worthy noting for the judges. Now, in this section is where you'll mark if you are eligible for any discounts, whether you're a federal state business, like a minority business or a women-owned business. And this is also where you'll indicate whether you're a small business as well. Your submission will be scored based on this rubric, and so you'll need to review the requirements in full so that you can understand the point system. In section 3 of the awards information section, you'll enter your firm name, and this field is what is used to engrave awards, so be careful to list it exactly as you wish it to appear. You'll select a photo that best represents your entry. This is what will be displayed in the MCA gallery and at the awards program if your entry is selected. Select a photo that represents your team. This photo will also be included in the MCA gallery and promotes your team throughout the program if it is selected as a finalist. If you are entering another entry and want to save steps, add to cart, or if you are ready to submit and pay for your entry, select add to cart. If you would like to come back and edit your entry before submitting, simply select save. After adding your entry to the cart, you may proceed to checkout. If you are submitting multiple entries, select copy to duplicate the entry. This will carry over all your information, so you only need to update step 2, which is the entry information for each additional submission. So step 1 and step 3 can remain the same, and this will save you time. Now let's discuss how best to display and submit your entry sample files. All finalist entries are featured in the MCA gallery. You can access this now to see how last year's finalists are showcased and how they showcase their best practices. The goal is to select images that best represent your entry, as it will be showcased multiple times throughout the competition if it is selected as a finalist. Here is a video entry for the video internal category, showcasing important company news to internalize essential communication for a celebratory year-end meeting. Now, this is a good example of how to photograph a book monograph for both print and ebook edition entry, as LS3P did for their 60th anniversary edition of their annual year-end review, which earned them an Award of Excellence in 2025. This is a great example of a social media campaign, leveraging strategic storytelling, providing judges insight into the effort behind the work. This is a showcase of multiple promo samples, as MJ Engineering and Land Surveying did with their corporate identity rebranding entry, which they won a Merit Award in 2024. This is a sample showcasing corporate identity rebranding and also the recipient of the Award of Excellence from the 2025 MCA competition, focusing on market-specific experience and a client-focused survey model. Here, you'll see a great example of how to show a large entry like trade show marketing and a photo to use as an exhibit. Kiewit Building Group was the Trade Show Marketing Award of Excellence winner from the 2025 MCA competition. Here is an example of how to show a large entry like billboard advertising, as BHC did for their entry, which won a Merit Award in the 2024 competition. And lastly, here is an example on how to photograph digital entries, such as for the holiday category, as UMC for their 2024 Holiday Reflections campaign, which was a 2025 Award of Excellence winner. Now, don't forget these important dates. Early entry deadline, February 16th. Final deadline, March 27th. Here's an important checklist for you to consider. Think about your firm's most effective marketing projects. Be certain that projects you enter were completed between January 2024 and January 2026. Determine which category your project fits, and don't be shy about reaching out if you need assistance. Read the submittal requirements in its entirety. Complete the online entry form. Upload entry images and URLs, and please be sure to test the links and preview the images before submitting. Proofread responses to questions carefully, and finalize and submit payment by the final deadline, which again is March 27th, 2026. Be sure to register today for SNPS's annual conference, Amplify AEC. Winners are announced live on stage at Amplify AEC, July 2026 in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is just some highlights from last year's Amplify AEC. And we hope to see you in 2026. July 27th through July 29th at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. We hope that you're excited. We sure are. If you have any questions, please feel free to call us or email us at awards@snps.org, and we will follow up with you shortly. This concludes our presentation, and we look forward to receiving your marketing entries in the coming weeks. Best of luck.